What is up, everyone? OliveGrummer here with Squid.
No, the greatest.
The greatest.
Latest and greatest.
Dante, you didn't hear that. We probably won't watch this anyways. But
I am the greatest.
anyways, we just got back from watching the new Maze Runner movie.
Death Cure.
Death Cure. It was good. It was very good.
I definitely enjoyed it. I mean...
Wait, hold on. I'm going to warn you guys now. We are going to do a non-spoiler first couple minutes, and then we're going to go into some details later on. So
Hyper fast.
Good movie, entertaining. There were some moments where we were just like, okay, come on now, but...
Oh, yeah, definitely some things were like, did up the drama, up the play. We definitely didn't prepare for this correctly, because I definitely don't know the names of any of the actors and actresses in this movie at the moment. I know Wes Balls directed it, but I know it's based off of a young adult novel. You don't know.
Oh, yeah, and we should mention that neither one of us have read the third novel, specifically.
I've read any of the books.
You haven't read any of the books? Okay, I haven't read any of the books either. So we're kind of going into this one-sided, and we're going to say we hope that the book may have done this or something like that later on. You'll see what we're talking about. But
yeah, I mean, obviously, if I get back into doing movie reviews, I'm obviously going to get back on my game. But as of right now, this kind of is fresh. So, yeah, I enjoyed the movie. It was pretty good. Definitely there's moments where, like, things could have been done more practically. But definitely was amped up. Pacing was always fast, as all the Maze Runner movies are, kind of give you, like, a panicky feeling, which is a vibe I definitely like.
Yeah.
I definitely like living that.
And it was very interesting to see that. It's just kind of like, there wasn't a moment for them to catch their breath.
Most of the time, it was always, like, something happening, left and right. Yeah, good twist. Good plot twist. It was an overall solid movie, I guess I would say.
Yeah.
Was it perfect? No. Were there some plot things I definitely would have changed and definitely would have rearranged for sure. But again, we haven't read the books. We don't know if they were. We don't know if they were in a situation where they were trying to kind of still hold true to the books.
So if you guys know some other stuff. Yeah. So if you guys know anything comparing the movie to the book, let us know in the comments below, because. But we don't have time to read a book before seeing this movie, so...
Technically speaking, we do, we just haven't read them.
We just haven't read them. But it's just one of those things where if you guys know anything comparing the book to the movie, let us know, and correct us on what we're about to go into. So we're about to go into the spoiler aspect, unless you have anything to say.
Not really. Acting was...
It was entertaining.
The acting was... main character, Thomas, the guy who plays Thomas, actually, all of the main actors... were definitely solid.
I feel like they've grown up. They have matured into their role.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure old boy's like 27. The dude that plays Thomas, I'm pretty sure he's like 27.
But I don't know. Maybe it's because I haven't seen the first two movies in so long, but I feel like they fit the roles more. I think they fit the roles better now. I don't know. Maybe it's just a me thing.
Well, I think... honestly, I definitely say I feel like they always fit the roles, because you got, because when they were in the Glade... They were like kind of immature. They would kind of just, I feel like it worked. I feel like it worked out. Maze Runner movies, I'm definitely not gonna put on like my favorite movies of all time list, but
are they entertaining and can keep you captivated? Yeah.
No, not even
so.
Not even that. It's just they're actually solid movies. Is Transformers 3 entertaining and keep you captivated? Yeah, but is it a trash movie? Yeah.
Fair enough.
This is not a trash movie. I don't think... I would never say any Maze Runner is a trash movie.
Unless it's so far off from the book that we're just like, oh no, it's not a trash movie.
No, and I'm basing it clearly off of just watching the movie.
Just watching the movie.
Because the A Lightning Thief, the movie, is actually a decent movie, but since I've read the book...
Same.
I think it's trash.
Exactly.
But it's actually not.
So we're kind of going into this with one eye closed, we don't know. So, final thoughts on the non-spoiler. I think it was fun. I think it was very entertaining. Would I recommend it? Yeah, definitely recommend it. Especially for those who haven't read the book. So I think it was very good. The actors and actresses, they all have big roles coming up for them if they haven't gotten them already. Because I know the one guy that plays Newt, I completely forgot his name.
He's been doing stuff.
He's in Game of Thrones. That's what I know him from. Game of Thrones. Even the guy who plays Littlefinger in Game of Thrones was the bad guy in this one. His American accent wasn't that good.
Yeah.
It was one of those things that I kind of could pick up on because I saw him in Game of Thrones first, and he plays...
it didn't even feel like he was trying to have an American accent, honestly.
That's what I thought. And then later on, it seemed like it was stronger than later.
It might have been different words, might be different timings.
I think so,
know.
Yeah.
But the good, I guess, into the spoiler portion, which...
Warning, spoilers are now.
Yeah, basically, more or less, Thomas. Basically, the whole thing is Thomas has a cure for the flare. Yeah, for this flare virus in his blood, which he didn't even know. Which I mean, I feel like he should have kind of figured out because of what happened to old girl Barbara. I think it's her name.
Yeah.
Yeah. More or less, Mino's captured. The whole movie is about them basically trying to get Mino back. While this is happening, the whole city is basically about to fall out. They're trying to.
They're on the verge of falling.
They were on the verge of falling because they can't figure out how to stop this flare. They have Mino captured, and since Mino's been in the glade for 3 years, and they finally got out, his antibodies in his blood are pretty strong, and they think they kind of have a way to figure it out and to stop this virus.
And then that kind of ties in with they think they have the way, and they drew his blood by means. I guess we're not going to go into too many details, but they got some blood from him, and then they eventually infused it with one of the patients there, one of the infected little girls. And I remember telling you during the movie, I was like, I hope it goes wrong, because I did not want them to succeed. And lo and behold, it went wrong. It went south. The cure wasn't there from Mino's blood, but obviously it is in Thomas's. So I thought that was interesting.
The thing I think is slightly different about this movie, and obviously this is my first time watching it. The first time I watched Death Cure, and I've watched Maze Runner, the first movie, like 3 times, and I watched the second movie like 3 times, 4 times, whatever. In the first 2 movies, there's definitely a trend with Thomas, as basically the first moment whenever he sees Albie and Mino in the first movie coming back, trying to get back to the maze as the door is about to close, and then he just makes that split decision to run in, reckless, but he does it anyway. But this because of his quick wit, this because partially athletic ability, quick wit, and this being brave as all get out, while it ended up working out for him. That's Thomas throughout all the movies. That's all he does, rush forward. But as you see, it has consequences. In the first movie, people died when they were trying to make the run. I mean, obviously you knew people were gonna die, but they did. In the second movie, I can't remember the boy's name, but the boy ended up dying. Thomas is like the de facto leader, and his style of doing things is never really well thought out and well thought through. So a lot of things that happen in this movie weren't well thought out, at least from Thomas' perspective. Thomas, basically, they had a chance to leave and get away from everybody, but Thomas wanted to get Mino. On paper, that's stupid. Don't get Mino. Yeah. Whatever.
But we understand where he's coming from. Exactly. That's his family right there.
Yeah, that's his family. That's his boy. So he definitely went out. He went back to try to do it, and and basically end up by things. Basically, long run, end up getting 2 people killed. I mean, not directly 2 people killed, but their actions. Their actions actually led to. I mean,
a lot of people died.
Newt died because Newt caught the courage because Newt was.
We warned you. Spoilers.
Yeah, Newt was in control of the experiment, so he had no immunity. He controlled the experiment, had no immunity, so he actually got the flare. And then their actions with Albie helping them get in, all that stuff like that, Albie getting in and putting in stuff. Their actions definitely were indirectly related to what happened to Teresa. Teresa ended up dying in this movie too. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, definitely that kind of is portrayed. A lot of this movie is basically we're trying to get to we're trying to fix everything, but it may not be the exact right way to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And Teresa said something. I kind of want to bring up the point where when Thomas kind of was leading Teresa away, I was like, Thomas, you better haunt her. I wanted Teresa to suffer, but later on she kind of ended up not doing it. But she said, I thought I did what was right. And you have all these different characters thinking they're doing what's right.
Yeah, that's basically the whole movie. Everybody is kind of trying to think what they're doing right, and they're kind of just whatever. Because the whole thing is that Wicked's trying to fix all these people and stuff like that. Yeah. And Thomas is trying to save these kids. Thomas is trying to save these kids and trying to get everybody away from Wicked.
Because the way they're doing it, as we saw from how they were getting Mino's blood, was just absurd.
It's savage ways and stuff. Mino was about to Mino's champion. Yeah. But basically how all that works. Basically that's the whole thing. Movies oh, this is the right way to do it. Blah blah. It was never pure control. In Hunger Games, which is another young adult novel. That's why I'm bringing it up. And I think it's called Panem. I'm pretty sure that's the continent it was on. And the 13 districts they were part of. Well, 12 districts, and then the 30. Yeah, I should know. And then the 30th district, got bombed, and then the Hunger Games started happening. Blah blah. 75 years or whatever. That was about control. That whole book, all that book was about control, and Katniss trying to get out of it. Really, a lot of it was, about control, trying to get out of it. That's why, if not trying to spoil it, what happens in the book happens. She doesn't execute Snow; she executes President Thorne because Snow was basically already dead to rights. President Thorne wasn't. She's about to go. She's about to be dictator too. She cut the head off the snake before it could happen. That's what that's about. Maze Runner is about. Maze Runner is about just trying to do what you think is right. Because in the first movie there was a duality. There was Thomas versus Albie. Not Albie, wrong person. Thomas versus G. What's his name? Dude, we found out was alive. Gally.
Yeah,
Thomas versus Gally. Gally, but if you actually pay attention to that movie, Gally never says anything that was wrong.
Yeah.
Everything Galby is saying about Thomas, everything Galby is saying, Galby is right. Especially looking at Galby's right, but that doesn't mean Thomas is not right either. So that's like a duality.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And then the second movie, it's like a duality. Second movie, it instantly starts off where they think they're safe, and then they're not. Because they find out that this is Wicked too, and they basically go off running, and all that things like that. Like technically speaking, is Wicked doing the right thing? In like the end of the day, yes. Technically speaking,
but it's the process that they're going. It's like how are they approaching?
It's the same thing for thing from Gally, because Gally technically was right, but in the day he pulled that gun out, got shot, killed Chuck, and Mina put a spear through his chest. So it's basically like two dualities. The movies. There's two dualities. It's basically what is logically the correct way to do it, and what is like emotionally the correct way to do it. And I haven't read the books. I don't know what the books were going for either. But like same thing for this last movie is basically like, if you think emotionally, Thomas is doing things right. If you think logically, Thomas seems like an idiot.
Yeah, and I just I agree. And there are a couple of other points that I wanted to bring up, like. Just like some plot points where, well, first, the city's getting run over. Why are you still trying to find a cure at that point? Like, everything's going down. Are you going to escape? Probably not. Like, they were so focused on finding a cure. I understand why. But it's just like, okay, I remember, like, leaning over and telling you, I was like, dude, the whole city's about to go down.
In that last scene, just intelligence-wise, Teresa should have just basically cut all losses, took all the equipment she could, and basically, like, they should have got out of there.
It was just...
Teresa should have, got out of there, basically, as soon as that.
I don't know. But then again, we're also judging it off of us watching the movie and not the book, and maybe it is, hopefully...
That's not even a movie-book thing. That's just a logic thing.
Oh, yeah, it's a logic thing. But it's just like, hopefully it's explained better in the book.
From what... because, this video's kind of running long, but from what I've heard, because I obviously haven't read the books, the movies took, like, a heavy left turn in the second movie.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of decisions of what things happen.
Yeah, so, kind of, because, like, when Newt ended up stabbing himself, spoiler alert, Newt, basically, whatever, when that happened is, we were talking about it in the car, if that's what happened in the book, hopefully it was explained better.
Yeah, but for all we knew, Newt could have died a whole different way.
Exactly.
Teresa could have died a whole different way.
Exactly.
Mino could have been dead. Mino didn't die in the movie. So, it totally depends.
Exactly. And this it kind of sucks for us doing this review only knowing one side, but that's why we're hoping on you guys to let us know the difference.
Again, in it real quick, in the Hunger Games, we don't know what happened to Gale in the movies, but in the books we do. But we know better what happens to Gale. It's kind of explained better why she chooses Gale over Peter. But in the movie, all you know is she chose Peter. Really, and she kind of gives slight, and the mindset of where she's in is it's not as it's not as fleshed out in the movies, but still.
Yeah, and a couple of final thoughts that I had. I personally did not want Teresa to go down that way. I don't know. I wanted her to kind of suffer with her consequences, so I wanted her to jump, and then I wanted her to finally go live with them and work as a doctor, trying to be able to spread more of that stuff.
Yeah, the whole thing, I'm not even, kind of mad at Teresa, but the whole thing about it is, again, as the duality I was talking about before, Teresa really wasn't wrong. Yeah, Teresa just logically made a call, and she was like, I'm gonna try to fix this.
Yeah, and something you brought up, that whole fight scene at the end.
Oh yeah, that whole fight scene with Littlefinger, he should have died off top. Yeah. So she hit him with that. I don't know, that bottle was that thick. Off top, should have kept his falling.
Exactly, and then oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna say two things, and then I'm done. I forgot the second thing, but when those infected came out, the cranks, he easily could have pop done.
Yeah, but
How
he
is this-
no, but
oh
the
my
plot,
God.
the plot wanted
Plot,
him to
yeah,
die.
of course,
So the plot,
of course.
plot rolls off.
Yeah, and then I honestly forgot the second thing because we talked about it on the way, but I don't remember.
Yeah,
If
Thomas
I
was
remember, I'll
thinking
put
he
it in
probably
the
should have
comments.
died, but yeah, he got shot. He probably should have died.
Yeah. Oh, I remember what I was going to talk about now. The virus is airborne now. I'm thinking, what if the virus ends up going to animals now, and then somehow finding its way to that island that they're on?
I mean, we never know, but all of them are immune. Well, why not all of them?
No, not all of them.
Most of them are
Most
immune.
of them are immune,
but some of them could be controls, so we don't know.
Exactly.
But I don't know. But that is what it is. I mean, Thomas still had the vow at the end.
But how are they going to multiply that? They don't have Teresa there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's why Thomas was looking towards the ocean, because Thomas realized, like, this ain't necessarily over.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That's what it is. So I mean, I guess that's where the movie ends at. I don't know. I'm not doing a ranking for these movies because I can't remember my previous rankings or anything.
I can't remember the same. I can't remember the.
Even when So basically, I'm gonna say it's a solid movie. It was the best movie I've ever seen. No, it was the best. I mean, well, this is the only movie I've seen 2018. So it's the best movie 2018 so far.
But yeah, no. Wow. I mean, I personally enjoyed it. It's been so long since I've watched the other two, and I've only watched them once each.
Yeah.
So my memory is a little foggy on them. I remember asking you a couple times, "Wait a second, what happened here?" But I mean, overall, was it a good movie? Yes, very entertaining. Yes, it had its flaws. I will agree on that. But it was a good movie. We just can't compare it to the book, and that's kind of on us. I take blame for it personally.
I mean, really, I don't feel bad about it. So it's cool.
It's just one of those things where we didn't read the books, and that's what we're hoping on you guys to explain to us. But anyways, go ahead, like, comment, share, subscribe. Any final thoughts?
I'm probably gonna read the books.
Yeah, I need to probably. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you the next movie review.
Whatever. Peace.